Right now, somewhere in your house, you're alone in a room. Maybe it's quiet, maybe a screen is glowing. You tell yourself it's fine, but your body doesn't believe you. Your heart rate is slightly elevated. Your senses are slightly sharper than they need to be. Something ancient inside you is checking the exits. Why would being alone feel like danger? The real answer is far stranger than modern life. It has nothing to do with boredom or sadness or missing your friends. It has to do with survival. And it started long before humans had a word for loneliness at all. 200,000 years ago, being alone didn't feel uncomfortable. It felt lethal. Early humans lived in small, tightly bonded groups, rarely more than 50 people. Separation from the group wasn't a mood. It was a death sentence. No claws, no fangs, no thick hide. Just soft skin, slow legs, and a brain that only worked at full power in numbers. A lone human on the savannah was prey waiting to happen. So evolution did something clever. It made isolation hurt. Not emotionally hurt, in the way we think of it now. Physically hurt, using the same alarm system built for injury. Dr. John Cacioppo, a pioneering researcher on loneliness, spent decades proving this wasn't metaphor. Isolation, he found, activates the same neural circuitry as physical pain. Think about that for a second. Your brain doesn't have a separate department for social pain. It reused the one built for broken bones and burns. Being cut off from your group used to mean starvation, predators, exposure, death by 1,000 small threats. So your body evolved to scream the same way it screams for a wound. Loneliness isn't a modern inconvenience. It's a smoke alarm installed millions of years ago, still wired into a brain that hasn't been told the fire is over. Here's the twist almost nobody expects. Loneliness didn't just make you feel bad. It made you hypervigilant. Dr. Cacioppo's research showed that isolated individuals don't just feel sadder. Their brains start scanning for threats more aggressively. Ambiguous faces get read as hostile. Small social slights get amplified. Sleep gets lighter, more fragmented, more alert. Why would evolution do that to you? Because a human without a group had no backup, no one to watch their back while they slept, no one to warn them of the lion in the grass. So, the lonely brain didn't relax. It armed itself. This is the cruel loop researchers still study today. Loneliness makes you feel threatened. Feeling threatened makes you guarded. Guardedness makes you harder to reach. And harder to reach means lonelier still. Anthropologist Dr. Dunbar, famous for mapping the size of human social groups, found something revealing in his work. Our brains are wired for roughly 150 stable relationships, no more. Go below a certain threshold of connection, and the ancient alarm doesn't just whisper, it escalates. Now picture an early human actually left behind. Not metaphorically, literally. Injured perhaps or slow, unable to keep pace with the group's migration. What would that moment have felt like? Not quiet sadness, raw panic. A body flooding itself with stress hormones, straining every sense outward, waiting for movement in the tall grass. That panic is not gone. It's the same chemical cascade that fires when your phone dies in an unfamiliar city, or when you scroll through a group photo you weren't invited to. Different context, same ancient circuitry. Researchers have found something else remarkable. This wiring didn't just shape emotion, it shaped biology itself. Dr. Steve Cole, studying gene expression in chronically lonely adults, discovered altered inflammatory responses, changes at the cellular level, as though the body were quietly preparing for a wound that never comes. Your ancestors' bodies braced for attack when isolated, because isolation usually meant attack was coming. Your body still runs that same preparation, even now, even scrolling, even safe in your room with the door locked. So the next time a quiet evening alone starts to feel heavier than it should, remember what that heaviness actually is. It isn't weakness. It isn't a flaw in you. It's an alarm system built 200,000 years ago by ancestors who needed it to survive the night. Their world demanded eyes to watch their back and ears to catch the danger. Yours doesn't, not in the same way, but the wiring never got the memo. Tonight, when the room goes quiet and something in your chest tightens, you won't need to flip a switch to make it go away. You'll just need to remember, you're not broken, you're ancient.